So he's got into Ireland early this morning. Straight away, where'd you go? Did you just go to the Guinness Storehouse? You got to have a look around? What
No, I did the most touristy, obvious thing that you can do when you get here. I went straight to the Guinness Brewery.
Really? And did you guys have fun there? Have a couple of pints?
I didn't go. I'm like I took a little like a baby nap, but I'm contracted.
Papa was tired. He was reading about hard last night.
Yeah, I'm like. Well, we're tired.
Naps are important. I'm 34 now. I need naps. They're really important. Genuinely, it's one of my favourite films of the year.
Awesome, man.
Absolutely loved it. And it seems to be one of those movies, I don't know if you guys know this, because I know it came out in the States a few months ago, that if it connects with people, it really connects with people.
Yeah.
Is that a sense that you're getting?
Yeah, I'm like, we've been talking, we've been doing a lot of press and stuff, and there's some people that, like, you're exactly right. If they like it, they love it. And if they don't, they're like, they don't like it. I think it's good to either love it or hate it. It's the in-between. They're like, man, it was okay. You just don't want that with this kind of film.
You want to be provoking a response, like negative or positive.
Some people hated actually laughing. They're like, I can't believe I'm laughing at this.
Is there a point when you're looking at the script? Because I know, Michael, I was watching an interview you did with Grantland like a year and a half ago, so you were obviously attached from way back, but Alexander, you came in a little bit late. So is there a point where you're looking at the script, because John Michael McDonagh's scripts, they probably don't read like they play, because it plays kind of satirical.
It was pretty
but they kind
good.
of do. We didn't improvise much. It's kind of what you see in the movies was kind of on the page, most of it. We definitely felt the freedom to improvise if we wanted to, or John is very collaborative that way, but it was so good. It was so good. The dialogue is so tight that you don't want to dilute it. And I was just incredibly, incredibly excited. I was a big fan of both the Guard and Cavalry, and I haven't done a comedy in 10 years. I was in Watford shooting Tarzan, which is a slightly different type of character and different type of film. So it was incredibly exciting to get a script like this. I open it and the first page is them hitting a mime, stealing his Coke, and I'm like, this is perfect. This is exactly what I want to do now.
Because it's like they say with buddy movies, and you could kind of subgenre categorize as somewhat of a buddy movie, that it's about chemistry, the Lethal Weapons, all these classic movies. But this is like, obviously it's a really fucked up buddy movie, a very funny one. Straight away, did you guys have the chemistry straight away? That was obviously important for the film. It kind of
we didn't really because I came on late, and we didn't really have time to get to know each other. We met in Albuquerque where we shot the movie less than a week before principal photography started. So it was basically just like in the car on my way to meeting Michael. I was just like, I hope I like this motherfucker.
I mean, we've been acting for 20 years though, you know what I mean? Or maybe you've been acting even longer. I think
I'm 26. I've just started.
Yeah, so he started when he was 4. He's 22. But I feel like this guy can have chemistry with a rock. You know what I mean? He's like a Tom Hanks kind of guy. You know what I mean? Remember Wilson in Castaway? Yeah. Wilson, I would get the ball. Tom, get the ball.
Michael.
But what was it like shooting in Albuquerque? Because originally it was going to be shot. It was set in England. I
don't think it would have worked. He said it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
He tried to set it in Ireland as well.
Really?
He wrote it. The first draft was in London, and then he tried Ireland, and then he felt like, I think this is more of a Western, a contemporary Western, so he wanted to do it in the South. So he looked around and just trying to find a good. He was in Texas and scouting, and then we ended up in New Mexico.
Yeah, because there's a very famous MMA gym in Albuquerque. You've got a couple of UFC guys in this as well. You've got Keith Jardine.
Keith Jardine, man, he Caveman Coffee, dude.
Yeah, he's like an entrepreneur superstar.
He's the most cerebral dude, and he's scary still.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And you see him fight, and he can take so much punishment. He was unbelievable. And then his buddy too. Who actually
Tate Fletcher,
yeah, they have the coffee company.
So these really,
I'll drink your coffee, dude.
Don't beat me up. This dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
It's great.
You've got this kind of. It's not like so physicality is obviously important for a character like this because this statuesque, Swedish man, but you're kind of hunched over a little bit for the movie. That was obviously a conscious decision that you made. Did you make it with John? Where you're like, this is how I'm going to play. I'm going to play him a little bit damaged physically as well. Or did I just completely just see that out of nowhere?
No. It was. I don't know where that came from. I was just playing around with the physicality of the character, and I felt like there was something primal, and he's a bit of a brute, the guy, and there was something and he's been had a pretty hard life, and he's been. There was something about that. I didn't want to I don't want the swagger. I wanted more kind of a more primal approach.
Okay, but before I let you go, we've been asking everybody we've been chatting to lately, if you can give me 2 or 3 your favourite movies, and I'm dropping around you. Can you think of 1 or 2 movies you've seen maybe in the past few years that you just loved?
What genre? You got to give me
any genre, any 2 or 3 movies that you've seen in the past few years.
I saw Embrace of the Serpent a couple of weeks ago, that South American movie. Thought it was fucking amazing. Incredible movie.
I'll just tell you the ones that I've seen recently. Barista is one hell of a documentary. It's literally about these, they follow 5 baristas into the, national competition, regional, national.
Are you plugging Caveman Coffee now?
International competition. And one guy that does Caveman Coffee. No, I'm just kidding. No, he doesn't do that. No. But I thought that it was pretty insane because I really don't really care about coffee, but for the documentary,
unless it's Caveman Coffee,
to make you interested in that, like I think is pretty rad. And then the other one is Kubo. I saw it with my son. It was a little animated movie, not a little one. I'm surprised it wasn't like a huge hit. It was literally one of the best movies I've seen, like this year. You know what I mean? All the dramas or whatever, everything tied together, and then you see the Japanese life, and it was stop motion as well. My kid loved it. My kid loved that one. He's like, Dad, that one's a 9.5. Ghostbusters is a 9.
9. Just edged out Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and I love that he loves movies too. So it's really rad.
Guys,
and Roy Anderson. I saw Roy Anderson's movies, A Pigeon and Songs from the Second Floor. I rewatched those a couple of months ago, and I think they're. So I highly recommend those if you haven't seen them.
Great stuff, guys. Thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, man. Thanks,
the rest of your time in Dublin.
Thank you very much.
Talking to you, dude.
Pleasure, Mike.